Now we're going to look how functions move when they decrease, when they increase, or when they stay constant. So I've drawn a function here, just made it up, and what we're going to do with this line is move it to see how the curve is changing. Now when you talk about increasing, decreasing, and constant, you're referring to what the y values are doing. Are they getting smaller? Are they getting bigger? Are they staying the same as you move from left to right? Now if you'll notice, I'm going to be scanning the x-axis. So that means I need to report about this increasing, decreasing, and constant using the x values. And we're going to do it with interval notation. So now increasing is when a function rises from left to right. The y values increase from left to right. So now it says sections on this curve where this function is increasing. Well, initially, if you'll notice, my y values are decreasing. As this line goes through, my y values are going down. So let me keep it on going. So it looks like it's decreasing, my y values are, until we get to about -7. But the question was, where are my y values increasing? Well, they start at -7 and they increase all the way to 0. Notice my y values as I keep moving to my right until about right here. So section or sections on this curve where the function's increasing, I'd say -7 to 0. And notice we use parentheses. Now the next part is, where is this function decreasing? Well, if you remember, we already had it decreasing from this side. So I hit an arrow, which means -infinity, up to -7, it is decreasing. And then from 0 to, it looks like about 3, my y values are getting smaller and smaller. So how we say that is -infinity to -7. Also from 0 to 3. This is a union, so it's this one or this one where it is decreasing. Now, where is this function staying constant? This is when the y values remain the same. They stay constant. And it looks like on this curve, if I keep it on moving, got to get back to my curve. Let me keep it on moving from 3 to, I'm going to speed it up a bit, all the way to +infinity. So on here, where it's remaining constant, is from 3 to infinity. Notice we use parentheses because technically a function doesn't make sense that when a function decreases and it increases at the same time, so we use parentheses for all of these. So I've got some other examples down here that we need to actually graph. So let's go to y equals. I need to first insert absolute value, so that's at math over on number. It's the very first thing. X minus 2. Close my parentheses, and let's ask it to graph. So it's coming down, it's rebounding and going back up. Can't see very well here. If you do a zoom 4, you might be able to see it's rebounding at 2. So here we go from left to right. Imagine a line coming through. I hit an arrow at -infinity and it decreases all the way to 2. So decreases from -infinity to 2, and then from 2 to infinity it increases. So I need you to type the next one in and you fill in the blanks. So let me clear this. Zoom 4 works pretty well for this one too. So you indicate where it's decreasing and increasing. Pause me if you need to. So if I bring in my line, just imagine a vertical line as I come in. I hit the graph at -infinity up to -1, my curve is increasing. So negative infinity to -1, it is increasing. Remember, use your x values. From -1 to 1, my curve is decreasing. And then starting at 1, going to infinity. Notice coming in this way, starting at 1, my y values increase as I go to my right. So I have to do a union and 1 to infinity. Try the next one. Pause me. Go ahead and do it. X raised, 1 divided by 4, x raised to the 4th minus 2x squared. Let's see if Sum 4 will work on this one. Sorta. I think I'll go out to Sum 6 then. Okay, you try the decreasing and increasing. So coming in from my left, I notice it is decreasing from -infinity to about -2. It's also decreasing from 0 to 2. So you can do that, or you can do, well, it's decreasing and then increasing and then go back up to decreasing. It's whatever you want to do. So -infinity to -2, union with 0 to 2, increasing from -2 to 0, and then again from 2 to infinity. And there it is. And that's all you have to do when you're talking about increasing, decreasing. But the biggest point is, please report about this using your x values, interval notation. And the nice thing using the interval notation, always notice that you're going to be using parentheses. Okay? Thank you.